for a fact.
Good money, good money.
This is something I wanted for myself a long time ago. I just never thought it was gonna happen. This is definitely gonna be a treat for the fans. Two of the hardest hitters in boxing, David Benavidez and Gervonta Davis.
We've been training here for the past. Every time we focus and ourselves 100% on boxing, we know exactly what we're doing.
I'm not a kid anymore. Taking my priorities serious. These things matter.
I read a lot of messages that people send me, and there's people be like, you know what, bro, you're an inspiration to me. You motivate me a lot. That's really what keeps my engine going. I can't let these people down, and I won't let these people down. I definitely do it for the fans. I don't think the fans know how much they mean to me. They're not even my fans. I feel like they're my family.
I don't want to lose. I hate.
The work has officially begun. Gervonta "Tank" Davis has kicked off an intense new training camp with Team Benavidez, and the early footage is already turning heads. Could this be the start of a career-defining comeback?
David Morrell is definitely in trouble for this fight. At the end of the day, nobody fights like me. He's definitely in for the hardest fight of his life.
I'm evolving as a fighter and as a man.
Number one.
David Benavidez, he's another guy that's coming inside the ring. If it do play a big part, I take advantage of it.
As the training footage continued to generate buzz, Sean Porter suggested that Gervonta Davis appeared to have found the right connection with Jose Benavidez Sr. He explained that success in training often comes down to trust and comfort, believing Tank had now found a coach who allowed him to be himself while working in perfect sync with him, creating the kind of chemistry that could bring out the very best in his performances.
I feel like he's comfortable with Jose. And just telling y'all what I know, sometimes that's all it takes. Whatever's gonna get this light flip up, turned on, and keep it on, sometimes it's comfort. I just need somebody that I feel comfortable with, that I can be myself with, and that, you know, when I'm ready to move, they moving. When they ready to move, I'm moving. And I feel like he thinks he has that with Jose.
Fannin believes Gervonta Davis could benefit significantly from working with Jose Benavidez Sr. He praised Tank's exceptional talent and suggested that after spending so many years with the same coaching team, a fresh perspective and new guidance could help elevate his game to an even higher level.
Gervonta Davis is going to do well with Jose Benavidez. Gervonta Davis is an extremely talented fighter. He probably has learned everything that he can learn from Kenny and Calvin, having been with those guys for so long. So it may do him some good to have different eyes on that.
YouTuber Showbiz the Adult believes training under Jose Benavidez Sr. demands immediate discipline and execution at a high level. He pointed to Ryan Garcia's experience, explaining that the Benavidez team quickly corrected his technique and pushed him to perform at full speed from day one. In his view, that guidance played a key role in Ryan's development and eventual success, suggesting Gervonta Davis could also benefit from the same demanding system.
I'm nowhere near fighter shape, but what I'm saying is they're going to teach you form, make you learn it right now, and practice it at a high pace. And that just killed me. I mean, completely washed me out. I mean, they did the same thing with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia showed up there, and he had to deal with the family, get all of that culture together and the community stuff together. Then he had to learn the form from David Benavidez and Jose Benavidez Sr. He had to apply it right now and demonstrate it full speed. And what did that lead to? For the first time ever, Ryan Garcia could call himself champion. And I mean, not interim, not secondary, not kinda, but 100% full welterweight WBC champion. And it just so happened to follow training under the tutelage of Jose Benavidez.
Showbiz the Adult argued that Gervonta Davis's extremely low punch output has long been a defining part of his style, built around patience, timing, precision, power, and a high ring IQ. However, he believes that approach worked against Tank in the Lamont Roach fight, where Roach gave him very few opportunities to counter. Showbiz suggested that training under Jose Benavidez Sr. could help Davis become more effective at creating openings before launching his counters, calling the decision to work with the Benavidez team a smart move for the next stage of his career.
Lack of activity is historic. I mean, he is the lowest volume fighter in the world. And a lot has to do with his timing, his IQ, his precision, and his power. He throws something when he sees something, but it just so happens to make him a low activity fighter. And against Lamont Roach, I think that has something to do with the trouble Lamont Roach gave him, because Lamont Roach didn't give him much. So Gervonta, he really couldn't find too much to counter. And in that situation, he had to try to punch Lamont Roach open, and that just didn't work well for that fight. But getting coached by the Benavidezes, oh, they definitely know how to punch you open, then counter. I think Gervonta Tank Davis made a very headsy choice to try Jose Benavidez.
Greg Hackett welcomed Gervonta Davis's return, describing Tank as one of boxing's most exciting attractions. He explained that every Davis fight carries the expectation of a spectacular knockout, and expressed hope that his comeback opponent would be a respected, high-quality contender worthy of sharing the ring with him.
Yeah, I'm just happy Tank coming back. Tank's exciting. All the guys are exciting, but Tank is always a big question mark when Tank get in the ring. Is somebody about to get knocked the fuck out? You know what I mean? I just hope it's a good guy. Somebody, we can respect.
While Gervonta Tank Davis remains focused on his comeback, attention has already shifted to a potential blockbuster clash with Devin Haney. As speculation surrounding the long-awaited matchup continues to build, Haney quickly embraced the challenge, making it clear he is ready to step into the ring and finally turn one of boxing's most anticipated fights into reality. Haney simply responded, "Let's go." Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis dismissed the growing confidence surrounding Devin Haney, suggesting that a few wins can make fighters believe they are on another level. He made it clear that facing him is an entirely different challenge, arguing that stepping into the ring with the reigning champion would give Haney the biggest payday of his career, while also presenting the toughest test he has ever faced.
Devin Haney replied,
Meanwhile, Gervonta Tank Davis fired back at Devin Haney by signaling his interest in finally settling their rivalry inside the ring, with reports indicating that the two camps have begun communicating. The long-awaited showdown now appears closer than ever.
They get a few wins and they get a little above themselves. They ain't really like. They come see me and I give them a real. They get a real check.
Yeah.
A real check, and they get a real opponent. And I won't even say no real opponent. A real, the champ. They get the champ.
Let's get it on. Adding to the momentum, Bill Haney stated that negotiations for a potential clash with Gervonta Tank Davis are more than just rumors. He credited his conversations with Al Heyman for boosting his confidence that the fight can be made and stressed that there should be no dehydration or rehydration clauses, with the contest taking place at a minimum weight of 144 pounds.
I'm going for big nose.
Let's get it on.
Even with negotiations gaining momentum, Bill Haney admitted that one major obstacle remains. He believes the toughest part is getting Gervonta Tank Davis to commit to the fight rather than what happens once the opening bell rings. Even so, Haney made it clear that he continues to hold Tank and his team in high regard.
So I consider this as real. Me and Al have had discussions. That's made it even more real. Never has anyone said anything about any dehydration, rehydration, or anything for that matter. So I think that it should be, and what it should be, is a fair fight. And that weight is to be determined, but it won't be anything under 144 pounds.
Adding his perspective, Tim Bradley called on both camps to put an end to the back and forth and finalize the long-awaited matchup. Looking ahead to the fight, he favored Devin Haney, believing Haney's consistent activity, physical advantages, and polished boxing skills would give him the edge over Gervonta Tank Davis.
I think that's going to be the hardest part for Debo to get him in the ring than to actually be in the ring. And I think more people are starting to understand that maybe Bill Haney might have a little bit of truth to it by the confidence that we've shown about it. But ultimately, I have a lot of respect for him and that team.
According to Tim Bradley, the advantage belongs to the fighter who has remained active and kept his skills sharp through consistent competition, emphasizing that complete boxing ability is more important than raw power. He also welcomed reports of Gervonta "Tank" Davis potentially joining forces with Jose Benavidez Sr., hoping the move would restore Tank's motivation, focus, and hunger to compete at the highest level.
Just make the damn fights. That's it. Make the fights. Surprise us sometime. Please surprise us. Dang it. Less talking, more action. But that's my take on that fight. You want to know who I think will win if they were to fight? Devin Haney. Ooh, Tim, you crazy. Tim, you crazy. Ain't no way he gonna beat Tank Davis. Ain't no way. Tank got too much power for him. Tank this, Tank that. What about Dev? Dev been active. Dev been busy. I'm going with the more active fighter. The one that's been busy. That's who I'm going with. The bigger fighter. The guy that can box. That's who I'm going with.
Meanwhile, Showbiz the Adult believes a potential deal between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Devin Haney should be built around an equal financial split. He acknowledged Tank's history as the bigger box office star, but argued that Haney's active schedule and impressive resume have narrowed the gap, especially following Tank's draw with Lamont Roach.
They have been busy. I'm going with the more active fighter. The one that's been busy. That's who I'm going with. The bigger fighter. The guy that can box. That's who I'm going with. Tank can box? Yeah. Oh, and I'm hearing the also that Tank is getting ready, supposedly. Sorry about that, that's my dog. Supposedly, Tank is supposed to be going with Benavidez Sr. Really? Look, I'll say this. I hope that Benavidez Sr. can bring back some desire. I hope he can bring back a jar of desire and instill it in.
Colonel Martin viewed the matchup through the lens of weight, explaining that the agreed weight class could play a major role in determining the winner. In his opinion, Tank's power and physicality make him the favorite at 145 pounds, but the contest becomes much more competitive at 140 pounds. He added that Devin Haney's movement and technical skills could allow him to bank enough rounds if Tank fails to land his biggest punches.
The Haneys start with 50-50. And then we can work from you standing strong down. That's how all negotiations happen. Now, do I think it's a 50-50 fight? Yes and no. Financially, obviously not. I would never see Tank Davis as an undercard. Never. But merit-wise, it's 50-50. Because Tank, where you been? Your last fight was a draw against Lamont Roach coming up. Debo became another division champion and been fighting and putting in work. Times Square cards and big time shit, right? So merit-wise.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez painted a very different picture of Gervonta Davis, arguing that his success comes less from textbook boxing fundamentals and more from relentless pressure and raw intensity. Lopez believed Tank's rugged style was forged through the demanding boxing culture of Washington, D.C., where physical toughness and non-stop aggression were emphasized over polished technique. In his view, Davis's upbringing and training developed him into a relentless fighter rather than a conventional technical boxer.
Devin versus Tank.
It depends on what weight. Like, if it's at 35, then Devin, he's not going to be able to mess with Tank at all. I just feel like Tank too strong at 35, Devin just too weak at 35.
What if it's at 40? What if it's at 40?
Either fighter could win that fight. Tank, he got the power, he got the equalizers. Anything can happen with Tank. But Tank give away a lot of rounds. So maybe if he's not able to land that punch and Devin just keep winning rounds, stacking rounds, and then maybe the last, 5 rounds, Devin just move around, play it safe.
Right.
that's Devin decision. So either fighter could win that one.
Turning to the fight itself, Eddie Hearn praised Devin Haney for his professionalism, discipline, and dedication to the sport. At the same time, he described Gervonta "Tank" Davis as a special talent with the kind of natural ability that comes along only once in a generation. Hearn believed the outcome would largely depend on Davis's mindset, explaining that a fully focused Tank has the tools to defeat any opponent. He also pointed out that the winner would significantly elevate their status and move one step closer to becoming one of boxing's biggest stars.
He's not a boxer. See, people don't understand this. Tank is not a boxer. He grew up from headbangers in DC, and they used to put a tire in the middle, put their foot in the middle of that tire, and bang it out in DC.
As speculation continued to grow, Devin Haney returned to the gym and resumed training in preparation for a possible showdown with Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
I mean, look, you just don't know how Tank's going to come back. When did he last fight?
March against March.
So a year and a half? I mean, longer time he gets, you know, say the fight happened in November, December, like a year and a half. And he's been through a lot. But Tank is an unbelievable talent.
Devin Haney stepped back into sparring as preparations intensified for his potential return to the ring. The sessions focused on sharpening his timing, movement, and overall ring sharpness as he continued getting ready for his next challenge. Devin Haney's trainer explained that Haney built his success on speed, footwork, and ring IQ, making the most of those strengths from a young age. He added that the move to 140 pounds had increased Haney's power, even though his style has always been centered on outboxing opponents and winning rounds. The trainer believes Haney has matured into a more experienced champion who is now beginning to sit down on his punches, expecting his power to become an even greater weapon as his career progresses.
It's Haney time. You know what time it is. It's Haney time. Now what? Go.
That wraps up all the latest developments, but the biggest questions still remain. The boxing world will be watching closely to see what happens next. What do you think about everything that has unfolded? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news, updates, and analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.